Let's make this one Straight Talk. It's brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, half the cost. Pat Riley let Dwyane Wade get away. That's the way the story is being told in South Florida. Dwyane Wade, who I believe, now you live in Tampa. That's not that close to Miami, but
3-4 hours.
I believe that Dwyane Wade has surpassed Dan Marino as the most beloved athlete in the history of South Florida.
Yes, I would agree with that.
If not, it's neck and neck.
Right.
And I would have bet anything you wanted that he was going to play his whole career in Miami. Instead, he signs in Chicago, and he walks away with hurt feelings. Pat Riley addressed that this weekend. Fascinating comments.
What happened with Dwyane floored me. And I'm going to miss the fact of what I might have had planned for him and his future and how I saw the end and my thought process and how I could see his end here with the Heat. It's my responsibility to sort of make that happen. I didn't make it happen. I have great regret that I didn't put myself in the middle of it and immerse myself totally in the middle of it. Get in a canoe and paddle to the Mediterranean if I had to, be in New York when he arrived on the 6th and greet him at the airport. I didn't do that. I wasn't there in the middle of that negotiation, and that's my job. And so it's not going to be the same without him. But we will, forge ahead. I've been here when Zoe left, been here when Shaq left, been here when LJ left. Brian Grant, Eddie Jones, but Dwyane is unique.
So strong comments from Pat Riley and inappropriate ones, paying homage to Dwyane Wade and acknowledging all that he has done for the organization. And then essentially, if you're listening, saying, I blew this. Yes. I wanted him back desperately. But did he really? Is it possible that Riley is saying those things because those are the right things for him to say publicly? But the reality is that if you look at the future of the franchise, was Riley actually just not willing to sign a 34-year-old player whose best years are clearly behind him to a huge multi-year contract, rather than look at a situation where Chris Bosh, and listen, I love Chris. He's hosted this show. He's a great guy. We don't know exactly what his future is based upon his health circumstances. But Pat Riley may be looking at a situation where Bosh may not be able to play. Wade is gone now, and Pat Riley, has $50 million of cap space to play with next summer in a very attractive location that players love because it's South Beach and because there's no state tax. Do you think Pat Riley really wanted to bring Dwyane Wade back? Or did he just say the things that he said because those are the right things to say?
I don't think he wanted him back. I think he's trying to save face now. I think he realizes the backlash that he's gotten in South Florida from all the Dwyane Wade fans. If you understand the Miami Heat situation right now, yes, they signed Hassan Whiteside back. Goran Dragic is going to be the point guard. We don't know what's going on with Chris Bosh. And to me, the $75 or so million that they owe Chris Bosh is kind of what has him in limbo. Dwyane Wade is an icon. And if you list the top 10 to 15 players of all time, in my opinion, Dwyane Wade's on that list. Top 10 to 15 all time, Dwyane Wade is on that list. And what he's done, he's won with LeBron. He's won with Shaq. He's shown you he can win in a plethora of ways. And I think what he means to that city, what he meant to that team, I think Pat Riley took a chance and said, you know what? This guy's never been the highest paid player on this team, ever. He's taking pay cuts. He's taking money off the top. He's taking haircuts so other people can come here. I'm taking him for granted. And I think Pat made a mistake by taking Dwyane Wade for granted. Dwyane Wade took it personally. He took it very, very emotional, and he went home. I'm never going to fault a guy from going home. I mean, if Winsboro, Louisiana had a pro team, one day I would have loved to went home and played there. It's a sense of purpose. It's a sense of pride to go home. But at the same time, I know he wanted to stay in South Florida. And for Pat Riley, although I think what he said was for show, deep down inside, I think it bothers him a little bit because of the public backlash that he's getting in South Florida, because one of the all-time greats, if not the greatest player or professional in South Florida history, is now gone to Chicago, and really people blame Pat Riley.
Right. I guess the point I'm making, because you said both things, the point I'm making is I think Riley said that, and I think he does have some regret that it ends badly.
A little bit, yes.
But I don't think Pat Riley, and listen, his job is to worry about the future of the organization, how to build the next championship team there.
Right.
I think he looked at it and said, we are better not dedicating all those resources, which is basically what they are now.
Right.
The money is a portion of a cap, to a guy like Dwyane Wade, who is clearly on the decline. People will point to how well he played this year in his numbers,
right.
But if you look at a bunch of these advanced metrics, they will show you that there's like a line, an arrow, and it's pointing straight down of what to expect from him from production in the future.
Yeah, but you can say that, Greeny, but the last 3 years, Dwyane Wade has shown you his game is actually, I mean, if you just look at him play, I'm not really a numbers guy. Like, I don't go by the numbers.
I hear you.
Last year was arguably the best year of the three. He played well, played a lot of games. He was healthy. And you're talking about next year's offseason. Who are the free agents? I want to say Blake Griffin.
Russell Westbrook.
Well, I mean, you got
Kevin
a power.
Durant.
Well, you got a power forward in Chris Bosh. You got a point guard in.
Well, you may not. That's the thing, is you may not have Chris Bosh.
Right.
Chris Bosh may never be able to play again, and
right
by
now,
then you'll know.
Right now he's on the payroll at $75 million, and that's the most mysterious thing. Like, can we just say what's going on with him? Like, is he going to be able to play again? Is he not? I think that is something that's hanging over their head. But anytime, I think the Knicks have shown us this, and the Lakers, anytime you count on people choosing you as a free agent destination, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because even though Pat Riley has a lot to offer, Miami, South Beach, no state taxes, there's a sense of, who am I going to play with if I come there? Okay, am I playing with just Dragic and Whiteside? Because even though Miami loves Whiteside, a lot of people around the league don't.
You listen, nothing you're saying is wrong.
Right.
I agree with everything you're saying. But if you're Riley, you have to count on the fact that I'm going to talk that guy into my vision. And those guys, look, they're out there. Kevin Durant has signed he's got the 1-1 in Golden State. Now, he has said he plans on staying there forever. And it will be real tough for him to leave there after 1 year. But if this thing goes sideways in Golden State, and I don't think it's impossible that it does, then who knows? All bets are off. Westbrook is going to be a free agent. We'll see what he decides he wants to do. People look at L.A., they look at New York. Maybe Riley wants to throw his hat into that ring. There could be other options out there. What I'm saying is, I think that Pat Riley looks at the future and says, what I'm not doing is building a champion around Dwyane Wade. So I'm not putting $24 million or whatever it is a year into that, based upon the past and not upon the future.
But if there's a conversation that Pat Riley has had with Dwyane Wade and said, you know what, we appreciate you taking haircuts when LeBron was here. We appreciate what you've done. I'll take care of you. All Dwyane Wade was saying is, okay, let's go ahead and take care of me. Let's not wait until I'm 38 to take care of me the way Dallas did Dirk. Let's not wait until the twilight of my career. Let's take care of me now. We don't know the conversation that was had between Riley and Dwyane Wade. And to me, that is the kind of the key to this whole deal. Because if Riley told Wade, you know what, I'm going to take care of you on your next deal, and he didn't, and he's saying, hey, I only got $20 million a year left, then I understand why Dwyane Wade left.
I fully understand why Dwyane Wade left. I understand why he's saying, A, I got more money someplace else, B, I have done everything I've done for this franchise, and they prioritized everybody over me to the point that they were out there courting Kevin Durant, and at that point they only had $10 million for me. I get all of that. I understand the ego of the athlete, and no one has deserved it or earned it more than Dwyane Wade has. But if I'm sitting in Pat Riley's seat wearing that awesome suit, I'm thinking to myself about next year and the year after, not last year and the year before.
Even if you've told Dwyane Wade, I'll take care of you.
Well, I don't know what he's told Dwyane Wade.
Correct.
You know, I get it. So if they've made promises to him that they then did not keep, that's a whole other discussion.
Yes.
I agree with what you're saying. But is it fair to equate it to the Lakers situation with Kobe? The Lakers gave Kobe the 2-year going-away present, made him the highest-paid player in the league. Now, if anyone has, quote-unquote, earned that over the course of their career, it's Kobe, who was the face of the league and won 5 championships and all that. No one's arguing. But how'd that work out for the franchise?
Didn't work out well, and I think something that we're not mentioning, Hassan Whiteside was willing to take a little haircut off of his max deal for Kevin Durant. They wooed Kevin Durant, tried to get Kevin Durant. They didn't even talk to Dwyane Wade first. And so Dwyane Wade is watching all this and saying, okay, here's a guy in Whiteside who's really given us 1 year of really good ball. I mean, he came out of nowhere, and we're willing to give him a max deal. As a matter of fact, he's willing to be flexible enough on his max deal to bring KD in. But for me, who's been here, I'm the pride of South Florida, and you won't take a little shade for me? Maybe there's something going on there amongst that team from the dynamic standpoint where they're watching, or Dwyane Wade is watching them with Whiteside and Riley kind of coordinate the money, and they're not willing to coordinate the money for him, and so he took it personal.
Listen, I don't blame him for that. And again, the mere fact that Wade and Riley did not deal with each other at all during this process, I think speaks volumes. Straight talk.